Oh no, it's happening. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's DaikenXDan here, and it's been a while since my last Genshin Impact theory video, talking about the connections between Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact. Since the game and video rise in popularity, it has inspired me to make another video of this style. But today, we won't be necessarily discussing the connections between Honkai and Genshin Impact, but rather about a specific character that has been left unquestioned for far too long. Is it about Lisa and her library full of secret wonders? Or maybe it's about Kaya and the hidden dark powers behind his eye patch? Sorry, but it's none of those. Today, we'll be diving into the lore of none other than the cutesy mascot of Genshin herself, Paimon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the deepest secrets lie in the most innocent looking characters. Let's begin, shall we? First off, we need to talk about what exactly is Paimon. I mean, she among everyone else in the game stands out the most. The inhabitants of Teyvat cannot explain who she is, and a lot of mysteries is surrounded around this character, as we don't even know where she comes from. All we know is that the traveler found her drowning, and the two have been together since, traveling together in search of the main character's sister. Oh, by the way, disclaimer here, all the promotional material for Genshin Impact uses the male MC Aether as the hero of the story and Lumine as the one who is captured by the unknown goddess, so all theory videos will be in the canonical format for accuracy and simplicity's sake. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about the fluffball cuteness Paimon and how nobody knows where she's from or nothing about her biological makeup. While you can say it's out of the kindness for saving her that she is helping us on our journey, we never got an explanation on her goals or what she hopes to get out of all of this. All we can say for sure is that she lets on that she knows a lot more about this world than she probably wants us to believe. I mean, how does she know so much about the lore of Teyvat and that the volunteers are dangerous, yet no one knows who or what she is? Maybe there could be a race of people like Paimon, but there's never been hinted towards of any sense, so this still leaves us back to square one. What exactly is Paimon, and where did she come from? She has the ability to fly, moving galaxy of stars within her scarf or cape. I mean, from a design standpoint, she is one of the only celestial beings in the game. Wait, Celestia? She couldn't be. You see, Celestia is a real place within Genshin Impact. In fact, you probably all seen it and wondered what it was. It's that tiny little floating island in the sky. Now what exactly is Celestia, you may ask? Within the manga of Genshin Impact, we learned that it is the abode or home of the gods of Teyvat. That's right, this is where the Archons reside for a good night's rest. Now, if your theory cap is on, you may have already guessed where this is going. That place at the beginning of the game may very well be part of Celestia, and it's the only place with structures such as that above the clouds. Within the manga, we get a small glimpse of how this place looks, and the door in the background does look pretty similar in architectural design of the one before you log into the game. With no one knowing who Paimon is or anything capable of explaining her celestial-like abilities or design, I'm here to tell you that Paimon is the unknown goddess that we wish to know more about. Don't believe me? Then wait until you hear about this. You see, like most names and places in MiHoYo games, there seems to be some inspiration taken from real-life places, events, and mythology. The names of the known 7 Archons of Genshin Impact thus far is no exception, as so far they are all from Demonology. We later learn through the story that Venti's true persona is that of Barbatos, the animal god. Barbatos in Demonology is the Duke of Hell who rules 30 legions of demons. Now, Rex Lapis was a tricky case, as this name has no connection or correlation with this theory. However, during events that play out within Liyue's main story quest, we learned that Mora was named after Morax, which is Rex Lapis' original name. And this keeps our demonology theory in check, as Morax is one of the 12 presidents of Hell. Now, if Paimon is the unknown goddess, even though we don't know if she's tied to a specific nation, does her name check out? Is the name Paimon also a reference of demonology? And what do you know? It is. Paimon is one of the 9 kings of Hells who have knowledge of all arts and secrets, such as knowledge regarding the earth and its water and winds. Paimon powers includes the knowledge of the past and future events, creating visions, and flight, just to name a few for our cause. Just with these few mentioned powers, things start to really add up here. Obviously we know Paimon can fly, that's a given, but this part about the visions is where things start to get interesting. In one of the trailers regarding Genshin Impact, we see Lumine running through a wasteland version of Teyvat, which very well seems to be a fabricated vision of future or past events, which could be altering her judgment on what course of action she should be taking. Not to mention, Paimon's design has very peculiar choices that I think cracks this theory wide open. First obvious thing is her hair clip. It's in the exact shape of the portal the unknown goddess first appears out of. Next noticeable thing is her floating crown halo thing. I mean, it's just there at all times. I mean, seriously, how could you possibly miss this thing? But the very interesting thing about this halo or crown is its keen resemblance to that of the hanging motifs next to the tree within the domains. Within the last theory video, we said that this tree could be related to the connections of the world tree and Honkai. Now, the biggest thing here, and this took some time to uncover, was the symbol on Paimon's chest. This, my friends, is a trinity knot, which holds different meanings such as to symbolize the neo-triple goddess, the passage of time, and the cycles of life. The Celtic era of this symbol was founded with the solar and lunar symbol, suggesting it may have had astronomical significance, which could also explain Paimon's scarf. Not to mention both the starry-like patterns and the same symbol can be found within the unknown goddess cape. Whew, okay, did you get all that? Now some of you at this point may be wondering, yes, I get all of that, but there's a tiny wincy little problem of Paimon being a small fairy. I mean, how can this turn into this? Well, my friends, allow me to explain where all of this may have stemmed from, with some more Honkai Impact lore exploration as we dive deeper into the possible underlying connections. Seriously, if you haven't watched the first lore video, pause this one and give that a peek before the next part if you have no idea what Honkai Impact is. Go on, I'll give you a few seconds. All done? Okay, here we go. Now, within Honkai Impact, there are these things called elves, which are basically sentient weapons made to replace soldiers to reduce casualties. Elves are made up of basically fake Hersher cores, which has me to believe that a real Hersher could be manifested into a sentient weapon elf as well. Although my previous theory do go into the idea of the unknown goddess possibly being God Kiana or the Hersher of the Void, Paimon case may be a bit different here. Sakura Samsara is a side story within Honkai Impact that goes over a story of the past, featuring prominent members of the cast. Within the story, Yae Sakura is accompanied by this chibi fox. While she appears to be an elf in looks, she, unlike them, had a previous life. This chibified fox is known as Higokumaru, and Higokumaru was the vessel of the 12th Hersher, the Hersher of Corruption. This Hersher took on many forms such as a samurai named Jizo, controlled Yae Sakura, and even a nine-tailed fox, which was the form Higokumaru once took. Higokumaru, in a sense, is a small, good manifestation of the vessel she once was. A key factor here is that Higokumaru, much like Paimon, also does not remember much about their past. That is, until the events that unfolds reveal to them their big secret. She goes on this journey with Yae Sakura to atone for the sins of her past.